Hey, Appliance Boot Camp. This is Mike Sneed coming to you again. I'm gonna put the headphones on, make sure I can hear. Okay, yeah, I can hear myself. I want to thank everybody for tuning in. We're gonna give, like always, YouTube a few minutes, let them notify everybody, let them know that we're actually on live. We're gonna have our Nate's hands-on live event starting this weekend. We have the hands-on live event. We have it this Saturday and this Sunday. It's going to follow the same format as the one we did last week. We should have about the same amount of people here. Um, I'm looking forward to that. Also, on September the 5th, we're going to have our open house. We got that going. It's going to be a great time. We're going to celebrate. We're going to actually come brainstorm, look at different businesses that we could do collectively, um, stuff that could help the industry and help the communities that we live in, help our family and friends. So I'm looking forward to that, and also just bringing everybody together and just celebrating. So we have accomplished a lot. You guys have really accomplished a whole lot in a short amount of time, and we're gonna come out and we want to celebrate what you all have done, and a way for me to tell you all thank you for helping me do appliance boot camp and actually fulfill one of my dreams. Right here at this little workshop in this school. I love it. I'm here all the time. This is my little getaway that I love to come to, and just a way of saying thank you. So the open house will be between 1 p.m. to 9 p.m. Like I say, we're gonna have some music, we're gonna have some food. We're gonna celebrate, and we're gonna come together collectively, put our minds together, and think of some more stuff that we can do. All right. Like I said, we got a hands-on live event this weekend. After that, I'm gonna have to wait until the governor, because they actually took us back to phase one, and I think the closer we get to the election, the crazier things are gonna get. So I'm just waiting to see what's gonna happen with the governor and the state before I schedule any more hands-on live events. Um, so that's the way we're gonna do that going forward, and we're gonna go ahead and get started in the topic tonight. And this topic is kind of preaching to myself and tonight. So I'm kind of preaching to myself. The changing of the night's topic, the changing of your mind. Uh, and that right there, teaching people business. To be honest, is how to go out and start a business and how to actually repair the appliances. The repairing of the appliances is the easiest part. Learning how to repair the appliances. The hardest part, though, uh, is the actual changing of your mindset that has to come with going from being an employee to going to being a actual business owner. That's the hardest thing to do, because what happened, um, all our lives we've been told one thing and programmed to think something else, and everything that people have told us comes to find out is totally untrue. And your mind wants to go back to the things that you've been told all your life, and because a lot of times everybody you're surrounded by is thinking the same way and so comfortable that you want to fit in. You want to be able to have the same conversations you used to have with your family and friends. You want to be able to laugh and join in, but now your mind has changed to the point where you're thinking business, and you're seeing things how it truly is, and things right now might not be as funny to you. It might you're a little bit more serious. The conversations that they're talking about, you're not gonna have any interest in those conversations, and the stuff that you bring up is gonna sound foreign and crazy, and they're not gonna want to talk to you. You almost become like an outcast, to the point where you almost feel like you're a lone wolf. You're out here by yourself. I'm kind of saying that because there's some more property that's coming up for sale around here. Not like I say, with me, I'm playing like a monopoly game. I go around this little town. I went around the board one time. I bought two pieces of property. I waited, stacked my money back up, came around the board again. I developed those two properties. I put two businesses in it. So that's where we got the appliance boot camp, and we got ice cream parlor in. Well, now I done stacked my cash up again, and I'm coming back around the board, and I'm seeing some more property available. I want to buy it. I want to buy those properties. But unfortunately, like I say, I have to go through this every time I get ready to uh, purchase property, or make another business or something. I have to go through the same stuff every time. Um, you've done enough, as people would tell you. You need to just settle down and just keep what you have. You need to lay low. You don't want to put your head up because people see. This is the craziest thing. I guess that it's valid for the past, but still, you're a black man. You don't need to be out here buying so much stuff, putting your head out here. You need to keep your head down low because people, you're gonna make somebody mad. They're gonna come after you and this and that. And so you have all that stuff, and at the same time, you're trying to educate people, telling them, why you want to buy property and why you want to develop it. You're trying to tell them that the property is regardless of where you put your money. You can keep money set in the bank, but it's going to because of inflation and they constantly printing money and stuff, and uh, uh, it's not going to have the purchasing power. If you keep money sitting in the bank, it's not going to have the purchasing power a year from now that it has today. You got to have some way to hedge off inflation so your money can keep the same purchasing power. And I say purchasing power, meaning $10 today. You say like if you can go take $10 right now today, and you can go and feed yourself at McDonald's. Buy you one meal from McDonald's today. 5 years from now, if you have $10, you wouldn't be able to. It's a good chance that you won't be able to go to McDonald's and buy you anything to feed yourself for one day, because what happened, the purchasing power of that $10 is gone. So you have to find ways to actually hedge off and keep it, so your money keep its purchasing power, so that in later years you can still purchase things at the same rate. And a good way I can explain that. Uh, Let me pull it out. It's right here. This is if you can, like always, you can see it. This is a silver dollar that I keep, and this is what I use to try to tell people what I'm talking about. Well, that silver dollar back in the 30s or whatever, uh, you could actually feed your family. You could go buy groceries for a week, and feed your family off of that $1, because it's real silver. Um, and and so that right there has it kept silver keeps its value. It's a hedge against inflation. So that same dollar that I have here, because it's made out of real silver, I can actually mint it down, and I can get the worth of the I can get the what it's worth in silver. It's still enough to feed my family for a whole week if I was to sell it for the value of silver. Now, if I was to trade it for a dollar, I couldn't even feed. I can't feed nobody for a dollar now. So that's why I'm trying to tell people the reason why you want to buy the property now. You don't necessarily have to develop it right now, but you want to go ahead and purchase it now while you have the money to purchase it. Because what's going to happen if you go ahead and lock it up and you purchase it, your money is not going anywhere. Anytime if I was to get in a bond, or you were to get in a bond, if you buying property or buying stuff that they appreciate, and they are tangible goods that that's not going to be depreciating. Anytime you got ready, you can cash it. You can go resell it and cash it out to get your money. Same thing if I own the property, and if I need money, I can go to the bank and borrow off of it or whatever. Versus if I just kept cash in the bank, holding cash in the bank is not a good hedge against inflation, because like I say, they print money every day. The more money they put out in the system, the less your money is going to be worth. And I'm trying to tell, I'm had conversations all day with people trying to explain that to them, and I just can't break it through to them that you're not, when you go buy property like that, you're not throwing your money away. You want to buy, and I want to buy distressed property. I want property that other people don't want, because I can then create value in that property. So they say, well, what are you going to do with it? I don't know yet. I'll buy it, but I know every day that I'm sitting here, I have two or three people come through here. They looking to rent something, but they don't want to fix anything up. They just say that any buildings here for rent. No, it's not nothing for rent, but they for sale, and they don't have the money to actually to put into developing somebody else's property. I'm fortunate enough right now where I have the cash flow coming in from my businesses that I can actually purchase the property, renovate it, and actually rent it out to somebody and not hurt my family. So you want to do it now while you have the cash flow to do it in your younger years. So when I get older, I actually have enough cash flow coming in from my rental properties and my businesses that it'll actually sustain me and be able to take care of my wife and I. But that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get people to change their mindset, to think different, to start thinking like entrepreneurs, and start thinking for the future. Here I am. I'm 47. At 47, I got to make the decisions for the 67 and the 77-year-old Mike Sneed. So the 47-year-old, what I do now, 47, is going to affect the 67 and 77-year-old Mike Sneed. And like something else I was telling somebody. Somebody told me, well, if I had somebody, I heard this from somebody. If I had a lot of money, then I would do the same thing too. And I was telling them, no, you wouldn't. And they was like, yes, I would. I said, no, you wouldn't. Because if somebody say if they were to get a lot of money, what they would do if they got some money or they got some cash, and if they not doing it right now, they're not going to do it then. Money is not going to change you because if you haven't conditioned your mind to start doing it, when you have a little bit of money, when you get a lot of money, you're not gonna do it. You're gonna keep doing the same thing you've been doing. Money doesn't change you. Only thing money does, it amplifies what you're already doing. So if I'm somebody who has money, and every time I get a nice little lump sum of money, I go out and I buy me a $2,000 car, or I buy some type of car or something like that every time I get some money. Well, what happens as soon as you get a bunch of money? If you get a big windfall of money, if you get $100,000, $200,000 car, windfall of cash, you're not gonna go buy no properties or nothing like that. And you're not gonna do what everybody's. I do this. If you ain't doing it now, you're not gonna do it. Well, all you're gonna do instead of you buying a $2,000 car, you're gonna buy $100,000 car. That's all you're gonna do. You're just gonna buy a bigger car because that's what you're conditioned to do. Versus somebody who's constantly somebody who's constantly buying smaller properties and stuff like that. When he get a windfall of money, he's going to go buy bigger properties. He's going to go buy bigger things because that's what he's conditioned to do, and that's what your mindset is at. You're not thinking about the cars and all that stuff. You're thinking about cash producing assets. So that's where that's where you're gonna put your money at. And that's why the 5 banking accounts is so critical that you do that, because that actually it's one thing it's doing is actually making sure that you have a reserve, a cash reserve and stuff, a buffer in case something goes wrong to protect you. But it's also conditioning your money, conditioning you to actually your mind to actually be able to have delayed gratification, to see your money grow, and giving you patience so you can go out here and pay cash for something and not have to go a lot in debt and all that. So that's why the 5 bank accounts is so critical to actually make sure you got that buffer of cash and you get used to seeing that cash stacking up. You like to see that big lump sum. That's one of the things that I want to buy the property. I want to buy it, but I don't want to. I'm stack my cash up again. I like looking at it, and I don't want to see it. I don't want to see it dwindle down. I have to tell myself that the cash ain't going nowhere, Mike Sneed. You just putting it on instead of you having it sitting in the bank. You're gonna have it sitting out there around the corner in that building. But still, I know that, and I've been doing it. But every time I get ready to do it, I still have to tell my mind because my mind want to go back to the way I was raised and all my community and everything that's been put in me. That's what I'm supposed to do. Um, and it's crazy. It's crazy how your mind keeps trying to pull you back, and I have to fight it. I hear people say when they try to get off of drugs that every day is a fight for them not to do it. Same with me, man. It's every day it's a fight for my mind not to go back to all that stuff I've been taught and stuff, and all that stuff that I know it's wrong. I know it's wrong, but I have to fight myself to keep from going back there. It's crazy when you know it's wrong, but you're so programmed and so deeply embedded in you that it just keep bubbling back up, and you have to keep suppressing it. You got to keep suppressing it. And I'm hoping in a couple of generations, my kids won't have to have that. To the it's crazy. It is crazy. Some stuff I'm past. The stuff going to get a job and all that, I'm just past that. I don't think that I could ever work. I know I can't. I could never work another job. Not no shout. That's not no slack to nobody who's working a job. But my mind is just so far past that I couldn't work a job. I just can't do it. I can't do it. But still, this investing for the long term, is something that I have to keep fighting myself about. I have to keep fighting myself. The desires to go out and buy money, buy not money, but buy a lot of materialistic stuff. I'm gonna treat myself. I'm definitely gonna do that. I'm not gonna be nothing crazy, but I'm definitely gonna treat myself. But I have to fight myself not to go out here and do nothing crazy. I have to fight myself not to do nothing crazy, and it's wild. And the other thing too, I've seen some of the videos coming out now about people as the elections get closer. There's a lot more talk about reparations and stuff, especially amongst African Americans, and people now are wondering, what you'll do if they were to give you money, if you'll blow it, and who cares? Yeah, if they owe you the money, who cares what you're gonna do with your money? Everybody, no, majority of the people in the world don't know how to handle money. So all of a sudden, you think people who've been broke all their lives and two or three generations, you think you give them some money, they're gonna make wise decisions, and they're gonna automatically become financial gurus and business owners and stuff. Nah, that won't happen. That won't happen. But I don't care. It's old. The guys, my subs. I owe them this morning. They done a bunch of installs. I had to pay them what I owe them. Do I go to my sub and say, well, what you gonna do with that money? You gonna be drinking this weekend, or you gonna be doing this and doing that? I ain't gonna give you your money because I just don't think you're gonna have any come next week. That ain't none of my business. I owe it to them. I pay it to them. They do what they want to do with it. So yeah, you'll definitely have some people. You'll definitely have a lot of people. Majority of the money probably will get messed up. That happens. But on the same token, there's going to be some people who's smart out there who will do the right things, who will do some things with it. So you can't throw the whole batch away just because one or two people that you're going to pull out and are not going to do the right things. And we have to stop focusing on so much of all the bad stuff that can happen. Because whatever you focus your mind on, that's what's going to happen. If you focus on the bad stuff, that's going to happen. You have to actually look at the best practices and stuff, and look at the people who's winning, and that's what you put your mind on. Not going to a business. Yeah, I know everything that I know the risks that are involved, but I'm not going to look at nobody who failed at business. Especially the business I'm going in. I'm not going to go to them for business advice and listen to them. I'm going to go find a person who's winning at it, and that's the person I'm going to go listen to. Some prime example, the ice cream parlor. It was an ice cream parlor right beside it, where it was a drugstore semi ice cream parlor right beside it. And I remember telling the owner of the drugstore ice cream parlor, he asked me what I was going to do with that building. And I said, I don't know. I'm thinking about turning it into an ice cream parlor. Don't do that, man. It ain't going to make no money. We don't make no money in ice cream. I said, how much y'all make over there? If we make $50, we good. They ain't gonna make no money in ice cream. Okay, no problem. So I heard what he said, but I didn't take that advice and go because I saw he was doing two things with it. He was doing the drugstore and he was halfway doing the ice cream stuff. I actually went out and seeked advice from people who was making a lot of money selling ice cream, and that's the people I listened to, and I followed their advice. And following their advice, I make decent money out there just selling ice cream just to get started. We making decent money to the point where we're gonna hire three more people tomorrow just to make ice cream. And for me, for the person who told me there ain't no money in it, we keep it packed. People coming in there, uh, in and out. It's a steady flow. And just to be open less than a month, it's a steady flow, and I ain't having to put no more money back into it. So hey, now I'm not getting any money out of it because I'm plowing it back, buying better equipment, the equipment I should have had and stuff. I'm doing all that back in it, but I'm not having to come out my pocket no more for it. It's able to pay the salaries and stuff, and it's able to buy the equipment, and the equipment is actually pretty good. It's doing pretty good. So that's what I'm going. That's what we're talking about today. Just changing your mindset. We have to go through this mindset change, and like I say, for people, like I say, if you ain't, all the way you're gonna learn how to handle money, you have to get your hands on some money. You can read all the books you want to. You can study all this stuff about wealth and this and that until you actually get some money in your hands and you actually start actually handling your money. That's the only way you're gonna know. Somebody who say they got you, that's the only way you're gonna know. I'm gonna leave it there, so I won't because I don't want to cause enemies and stuff. But that's the only way you're gonna know is to actually get some money. First time I got money, did I mess it up? Yeah, I messed it up. First time I started really making money, everybody does. You messed it up. You're going to mess it up because you never had it before. But the funny thing, once you get it one time and and you know how you got it, you can get it as many times as you want. And then you'll whatchamacallit, you'll get to a point where you actually learn it. What's great for you all coming through Appliance Boot Camp, y'all don't get to make the same mistakes that I've made. I make the mistakes for you all, and y'all get to learn from that, so y'all don't have to make those mistakes. So y'all got jumped up for like 10 years from where I started, where the money and all that stuff y'all got, all that stuff is y'all know how to actually handle your money. I give you that in the blueprint, how to actually handle your money, so you don't make the same mistakes that I have. Like going through this ice cream parlor, I'm making some mistakes, some stuff that I got a lot of the key stuff, the big stuff that I needed to actually get started in the ice cream parlor. I got it's the small little tangible stuff that I didn't get, that I'm having to learn that when I write and when I put the course in that you all will get. I didn't know that. I thought if you bought a 6-inch cup, for instance, if ice cream and food service is crazy. A 6-inch cup. So I think if I buy a 6-inch cup, as long as I buy a 6-inch lid, it'll fit on top of that cup. But that's not right. Every company, so you have like Dart to make cups, and then you got Solo to make cups. All of them will make their lid, that the opening, the actual opening on the top of the cup, they'll make it a little bit smaller or a little bit larger, just enough so you can't put that somebody else lid on it. So you have to buy all of their products. I didn't know that. So what I done, I went out. I saw the cheapest 6-inch cups. I bought it. I saw the cheapest 6-inch lids, and I bought them, but they won't fit on top of each other. So those are the type of mistakes I make that I come back and tell you all. Hey, whoever you're gonna go buy from, find a local supplier, and whoever they stock, that's who you buy from, because you're gonna be going through cups and lids and stuff so fast. You don't want to be paying shipping. I want to have somebody local that actually put me on a route and a schedule where they just come to the store, drop them off, and they'll do your count for you. If you let them stock it up, some of them will do your count for you, and they'll just come through and make sure you stay stocked, and they'll bill you, or you have a check. They'll tell you what days they come through. So stuff like that. Same thing with people now who's asking, like the other day, Ose Bean wanted to know how he actually scheduled people in different areas at different times. Because I made those mistakes, I can tell them exactly this is what you do, this, and I have that in the appliance boot camp too. But I can tell them because I made those mistakes. And so that's the only way you're gonna know it is you gotta be doing it. No, I only way I'm gonna know about those lids and those containers that I have to actually do it because I had to go out and buy buy new containers and lids because you don't want to have to you want to be somebody get a cup, you want the cup to fit correctly on top of the lid. So I have to go out and buy all new lids and containers. And I got a bunch of lids and cups that I probably just got to throw away, just take an L on them because they just don't fit, and I don't want to get them mixed up in anymore. So that's the type of stuff that you only gonna learn just because you gotta be doing it. And same thing with wealth. The only way you're gonna learn about wealth and money, you gotta have some wealth and money and start actually working with it. The only way you're gonna know how to be able to pay cash for a vehicle, pay cash for a house. You gotta do it. It sounds nice when people say, "Yeah, I want to be able to just I'm gonna pay cash for a house. Or I'm gonna start paying cash for some rental property. I'm gonna start paying cash for my vehicles." But when the time comes when you gotta scratch that check for $40,000, $60,000, and you gotta go do that, that's when it get hard because and that's when your mind starts to fight with you. So nah, I don't want. I like seeing that $60,000, $80,000 sitting in my checking account, and now you gotta go out here and you gotta scratch a check to it, and then you that forces me then to actually build my checking accounts and stuff back up. I gotta get my business and stuff back up and get it up where I'm back comfortable feeling that way. And on the meantime, I gotta fix it. So then I gotta decide if I want to fix it or if I'm gonna sub it out. But I got to then fix it so I can start getting my money back from it. So I'm gonna go through read some of the stuff we got going on in the chat. Like I said, we got an actual appliance boot camp live event this weekend. Um, like I said, I lost half my staff. Uh, One young lady is having some medical problems. Other young man, he was in a car crash. School has started back, so the schedule got people a little dicey about when they can come in and out because of the schools and stuff. So I'm in the process of going to hire three more people tomorrow and get them up and running. So I'm actually got to get back to the ice cream parlor in a little bit and help them close out. So I'm burning it at both ends right now. And this is the joy of being an actual business owner when you actually have to do these things. And this is the fun part when you actually you guys that are actually putting your business together and getting it running and you start making the money and then you start tweaking it and fixing all the little filling in all the little gaps and stuff. This is the fun part. This is the fun part. Once you get it and it's on autopilot, it gets boring. Then we get to a point where it doesn't require your attention much. All you're doing is just monitoring it. It gets a little boring. But right now it's the fun part where I'm actually bringing in new stuff and bringing in new equipment, um, and tweaking stuff. This the fun part. This is the fun part. Hey, how you doing? Because we don't read. Untamed Kango, Quinn Rashid. Hey, how you doing? Perry Jones Jr. Okay, Okafor, how you doing? Mike Charles. Hey, how you doing? All right. When is the next hands-on live event? It's gonna be this weekend. We got one this weekend, and that's gonna be the last one until the governor opens up. What's good, my fellow Sparkies, Tommy, Terry Henry? Hey, how you doing? Okay. Scaballo's appliance repair. Mike, what's your best recommendation for hiring someone just to answer the phone call and deal with the home warranties? Um, like I said, I used to do the virtual, but the virtual because unless you got a stripped down pack where you can get them on and off the phone real quick, virtual assistants it can cost you a lot of money because they're actually if you don't have them getting them people on and off, depending on how they pay. When I was doing it, you had to pay them like about a minute or something like that. So if they having a hard time understanding the virtual assistant and vice versa, they stay on the phone a little bit longer. And you want to have a good script to get them on and off real quick. Virtual assistants, you can do it if you got your stuff down pat. I found out later on it was best for me to get my daughters, my nieces, little sister-in-laws, some little girl in your family or young lady in your family who's looking for work. They can answer the phone and log into and just schedule your calls. So I started doing that. That works great. My daughter does it during the summer. Right now, I'm actually now because I'm here. I actually answer the phone and stuff. But if it got to a point where I need to bring somebody else in, I'll just find another young lady somewhere in the area and just and get them to actually answer the phone. And now you don't even really have to have them come to your house or anything. You can what I've done, I just take them an internet phone, or you can take your cell phone and just take them one of these little what they call Google Chrome laptops. You can get that for less than $200, or you can take them a cell phone, wherever, and have them just answer your phone. Just forward your phone number to that number, and have them answer. Triple R Appliance Repair. Hey, Mike and ABC fan. Unfortunately, I'll not be able to make it this weekend. One of my customer parts finally came in, and she's only available weekend. She's been waiting 3 weeks for these parts. Okay, that's no problem. We'll still be thinking about you. Hey, Rod, checking in. What's up, Mike and ABC? Terry Henry. Okay. Floyd McElleen. Hey, Mike. This is Direct Solution. Hey, how you doing, Floyd? Okay. All right. Sean C. Good evening, Mike and ABC fan. Uh, the Hagen. All right. How's it going, chat, Mike? Okay. Hey, how you doing, Art Tech Appliance Repair? Money is definitely an amplifier. True. Yeah, it will. Whatever you're doing, if you like women, you ain't gonna have one. You're gonna have 10 or 15. If you like to drink, you're not gonna be drinking no aristocrat. You're gonna be drinking what are you gonna be? You're gonna probably be drinking what we used to call it, I know, Bombay or something like that. You're not gonna be drinking the cheap stuff. All right. Sega Phonics, hey family. Heavenly Heritage. When will you add the ice cream business program to the course? After I run through a cycle, like I say, I'm still learning it. I want to go through the winter time, and once I go through the winter time, and I figure out how you actually uh, can do things to actually keep your numbers up during the winter time, because the winter time, a lot of people close down the ice cream shops during the winter and the fall. Um, I'm going to stay open. I'm gonna probably go to reduce hours. I know I'm gonna go to reduce hours because they're gonna start getting dark earlier. So we'll go to reduce hours, and we might be just going to maybe Friday, Saturday, and Sunday during the winter time. So I want to go through that cycle and then build back up for the spring. Once I go through that cycle, then I can tell you how to adjust during the winter time and all that stuff. And then like where we just came from, I caught the tail end of the spring. So during the springtime, during the spring, from March all the way up until the end of August. That's where you make enough money to take you through the winter time. You make enough money during that time, and most people after Labor Day, they pack it in. A lot of them are in tourist towns, so that's when people stop traveling. But here in North Carolina, the weather don't get real cold. We still can have some nice warm days in North Carolina. So, and people eat ice cream year round. So I'm gonna do some stuff where I'm gonna bring in some like seasonal flavors. I bring in like a pumpkin during October, November. Around here, we in the country, so that's when people go pour that corn liquor out the ground. So I'll make an apple pie with some corn liquor, something like that. And then during the then with December, I'll do something with some candy canes and stuff like that, ice cream like that. And then I'm gonna start bringing in some live entertainment. So one weekend out the month, I'll bring in maybe a DJ, a live band, a comedian. I'll do stuff like that, and that way it'll keep people drawn in. And even if I'm just breaking even on those during those weeks and stuff, it's marketing. It'd be money that I would be spending on marketing instead of putting. But I could actually bring people in there and get people used to coming and seeing the atmosphere. So when things do pick back up, I have my name will be out there. Would be good. So instead of putting money in the marketing, I'm gonna do little gimmicks like that and bring people in. Okay. Uh, how do you determine where to start an ice cream parlor? How do you determine? Um, you go to what you call just find somewhere that you can rent. That your rent is where you need to be at. Right now, ice cream parlors you need to have your rent less than $1,000 from what I've seen and everybody I talk to. If you can get your rent less than $1,000, It doesn't matter that right now because of marketing like Facebook and stuff like that. It doesn't quite matter where you actually located at because you're going to have to pull customers in. I market on Facebook and I pull the customers in. You're not going to get much foot traffic coming in. Even so now, where people are not going out shopping and stuff the way they used to, you have to actually market and pull people in. So I do a lot of videos and a lot of marketing on Facebook, and from there I'll show new flavors, show new stuff we're doing, and then I'll you can pay like $10, $12, and Facebook will start sending it out. You can pick your radius, how far you want to go out, and they just send it out to everybody in your in that community. They'll start seeing that popping up, and they say, "Oh man, it's a new ice cream parlor right there." Then you become like a destination place where they want to come there and see it and all that. So right now, just being in a place where somebody just can walk by and see it, or somebody driving by and see it, you don't quite have to do that anymore. You don't have to do that anymore. You actually can actually pull people in. So yeah. Jay Real, hey ABC fam, I'm still at the stop for my dishwasher. I took it apart, cleaned it out, hard water build up. The gasket was ate up. I'm replacing it across y'all. Yo, way to go, Jay Real. You've been doing your pregame and everything. That's good. That's good. Hey, how you doing? Oh, fix it. I'm Tane K Go. Okay. O's appliance repair. What's good, Mike and ABC fam? Okay, good. All right. All right. Yeah, Jay Real, man. That's great, man. That's girly girl appliance. All right. Untamed Kango. There you go. Floyd Macklin. I was asked to deal fixing TVs for a major brand doing a contract. Do you perhaps think that this could be lucrative as economically for me at this time? Is it relate to business? I don't know. Depending on the numbers, you need to look at the numbers. We used to do the TVs for rent a center, depending on the numbers. Uh, no, if it's something with the screen, most of the time, well, with us, with Rent a Center, most of the time, Leroy or Billy Boy done got mad, and Shay Shay or Grace Marie, and threw his fist through the front, or threw something through the front of the screen, cracked the screen. Usually, they ain't worth repairing. But then he had a lot of times with the roaches, getting on the control boards, blowing the fuse, somebody spilling something in it. So it all depends. All depends. You have to look at the numbers and see. Guns versus butter. Yeah, that's from a baby boy. Okay. R&E and appliance repair. What's up, everybody? Okay. Queen Rashid. I was wondering, how should I answer the question about what brands I'm certified to service? AHS, also On Point Solution, asked me about my flat rate. Is that $85? What class module can I find the info? That's gonna be in the class, business class module. But yeah, you service all brands. You service all brands, and it's $85 per hour. Hey, how you doing, DCNF? All right, Greg B. Mike, I just got done replacing a garbage disposal. Talking about easy, yeah, yeah, garbage disposal very easy. All this stuff, man, is really easy. I always thought it was funny. I would go to somebody's house and they'll pay me $85 to fix their washer, and a lot of times I would ask them, know what they do and this and that. They probably making $10 or $15 an hour, but they pay me $85 to fix the washer. And I always thought that was crazy. But yeah, this right, all this stuff we do, once you know it, it's easy. It's the best job that I can think of. I haven't found anything better than appliance repair. Even the ice cream parlor. Ice cream parlor is not as good as the appliance repair. The ice cream parlor, like I said, is like having one sub. That's all it is. It's like having one sub. So you can have a sub and don't have to deal with a brick and mortar place. And you'll make one sub will bring you just as much, if not more, as the ice cream parlor will, from what I've seen. Now, once I pick up, right now I'm still marketing and picking up. Now, once I pick up and I start having a line out the door like I do sometimes, once that's constant, then it'll be a different story. But right now, it's about like having one sub. So I'll see how it is in a year or two. Hey, nah, Dr. Funk. Hey, how you doing? And our condolences to you, man. Sorry to hear about your father. Okay, getting the first contractor locked in. That's good. All right. Hey, hey. Then doing the lesson learned, so it will be easy transition. Okay. Day in the life of Corey. Hey, what's going on, Corey? What's up, ABC? Emmett Burke Gardens. Beside adding another tech, can you talk a little bit about Box Truck and how you made money? I had the box truck. I was delivering and installing appliances. That's how I made my money there. With that, you're gonna have to have a crew because to deliver and install, you're gonna get refrigerators, ranges, and you need to have two people doing that. One person can't do it, and you're gonna have to have a box truck. So because you're not gonna be able to lift those refrigerators up in the box, the back of that truck all day long, and you run the risk of too much damage and all that stuff, and you don't want to hurt nobody back. So you're actually gonna have to get the box truck. So it's a little bit more money that you have to spend up front. And to me, it made about the same amount as it made a matter of fact, it made probably a little bit less than one sub because one sub he could well, one sub make you a lot of money. You gotta actually split that with two people. You got to have two people. You got to have a box truck that's gonna burn more gas. So yeah, it was just too much, and you're not getting as much. With an install, it was 125 per appliance. But the good thing about it, when we went to a customer house, most of the time they're getting new appliances. They're getting a refrigerator, a range, a dishwasher, over the range microwave. So there you're gonna have $500 that you're gonna get and at that one stop. And we was the same thing. We are doing five. They do 5 to 7 stops for me. So they get $500 at that one stop. Then they head to the next one. But it's a hard work for somebody who's doing it. All right. You want to add deliveries and more installation to your portfolio? Yeah, you can do it. But like I say, you need two people. And sometimes you can if you can get a contract where you don't do the refrigerators, that you could then actually you could get like a full size van and do it, as long as you don't have to get refrigerators. You can get a full size van and you could do it that way too. Yeah, it's not much difference in a in a in doing repairs and installs as far as the cash flow, because we don't read 42 people just watching, but that's no problem. Yeah, hit the like button if you don't mind. Ose Bean, I'm getting my first service truck. Oh, congratulations. Where can I go find the least of common parts so I can stock them? Go to your local supplier and ask them for a printout of their top selling parts in the last quarter. And from there, that's where you'll start stocking your truck from, because that'll show you what people actually have in your community, and you just start stocking it that way. All right. Hey, how you doing, King T? All right. We got Slick in the house. What's up, fam? Just finished the dryer and heading home by 9. Man, the person who want to do one service call is always out here at 9 o'clock. Tack Appliance Service. What's up, Mike? Hey, how you doing? Triple R Appliance. Uh, hey, Mike, did I get your email asking for your number? I had a garage. Did I get? Did I you get my email asking for your number? I had a garage door repair. I thought I was going to need your help with. If you sent what do you send it to? Send it to this one right here. Um, Send it there. Floor mechanic. Okay, no problem. 89. All right, that's no problem. You welcome 89, Dr. Funk. I just fixed the wash machine. It did not advance past the wash cycle. Out. It was high pressure. Sensor tube was disconnected. The clear tube. Okay, way to go. Good catch. All right. Oh, you sent it from the course. Depending on what time you sent it. If you usually I check through emails throughout the day. Today, like I said, I'm down one service. I'm down a whole staff. I lost half my staff at the ice cream parlor. So I've been doing interviews, and I actually been making ice cream. So if you sent it sometime after, say about 1 o'clock when they open, I haven't had a chance to read it. Matter of fact, I just walked back in here probably 2 minutes before it was time to go. All right, all right. But yeah, that's pretty much all we're gonna be talking about. I was gonna say today, just the changing of the mindset, and like I say, it's for all of us. I'm still having to get my mind together where I'm not doing stuff that I know is wrong. I know it's wrong, but my mom want me to go back and do it so bad that it is ridiculous. It's just ridiculous that my mind just keep pushing me that way, and also like I was looking at today. They had this the guy who does like he done like an investment group. Jay Morrison. I saw today some people were protesting out in front of his house about something he some I guess that Tulsa fund and stuff like that. That's one of the reasons why people don't do and when you start investing and you start really doing your money, that's one of the reasons why they want you to be an accredited investor. They want you to make sure that you know what you're doing. They want you to make sure that you know what you're investing in, how investment work. They want to make sure that you got a certain amount of net worth because they don't want you to give them $500 or whatever today, and then show up next week want to know where your $1,500 at. They make sure that you're vetted, and that's some of the times what happened with us. We want to actually help people, and we want to bring people along, like I said, and change the mindset. But because we want to include sometimes a larger amount of people, you have to go get what we call people who's not don't have the mindset and doesn't really know how investment works. There's a risk when you investment, and they don't know how to vet invest people they invest their money with too, and so what happens, you get that situation where people are there coming up at your door, doing stuff like that. Unfortunately, with us as African Americans, we all usually targeted by people with investments like that because they know we're really not as a whole, we might not be as savvy on investing and what goes into investing. Uh, and so we can watch. It's kind of you can do a lot of flash to us, and we think that you actually are somebody who actually uh, who actually has a lot of money and who's very smart and wise investor. And I have yet still to find. Maybe I just not around. Maybe the millionaires that I know and the people I know who got money just don't have the money that other people talk about. Other people having, because I have yet to see any of these guys that I talk to who are millionaires and I know are millionaires that I've seen their money and I know what they own and I know what they do. I have yet to see them in a suit. I have yet to, I haven't seen any of this. The guy the guy pulled up to my store, the ice cream parlor, a few minutes ago. He owns a beer brewery where they make beers and all, and it's a distribution place and stuff. He comes there and he buys my ice cream. They just built a restaurant in it and stuff, so they sell him my ice cream. And he pull up and he's on a older Suburban or Yukon or something. Or I guess he don't. He's using that to actually instead of having a pickup truck, he's using that as his pickup truck. And the couple of wheels missing. But I know he got money. I know he got money. He comes in, tells me what he wants, peels me off my money, and he's gone. The same thing. The guys that I go to the meetings and stuff with, nobody's put a suit on. And I know these guys got money. I know what these guys own. They own half the town, and I don't see that. But then I see people telling us, "Oh, you gotta cut your hair this way. You need to be wearing a suit and this and that." And whenever I see somebody that's doing that who's too flashy, whenever I see somebody who's just too flashy like that, I say he ain't ain't got no money. Because I got caught with those guys doing a housing burst the first time. Those guys, I don't know Jay Morrison really, but I look at them and I say I got caught by cats like that. When I had my electrical company, we'd be renovating house. They'd be renovating houses and trying to flip them. They have the nice cars. They be dressed nice and this and that. And and I'm thinking they got money. As soon as the tide turned one time, they was the guys that couldn't pay me. They're the guys that found out they didn't have no money. They're usually fronting for somebody else's money. I saw it just too many times. I just saw it too many times. Saw it too many times that those guys who was always flashy like that and so much about their appearance and stuff. They didn't have any. They never had any money. They never had any money. But the guy who you see walking around in his work uniform, always always ready to fix something. The guy who's like he's always, and that's another thing too. The guy who's always busy. He was always the guys I found out who are always busy. They're always doing something. They were the ones who had the money. It was never those guys. It was never them. Never them. And when I see them, a lot of times I'm hesitant, especially if they don't show it. If they talk about it, they constantly on the board writing, or they constantly where I'm at right here. If they constantly where I'm behind the microphone and I'm just talking and talking and talking, but you never see me fix. You never see not repair, but you never see me take something that you never see me take something and mold it and bring it to life. You never see me go out there to my properties and actually and bring where you saw me bomb distress and see me go through the process of bringing them up and actually get them where they're generating cash and stuff. You never seen if I'm a business owner, if you never seen me um, um, take a business and create it in front of your eyes and get it up and running. I'm weary of those guys. I'm weary of those guys because it's easy. I'm gonna be honest with you. The internet money, YouTube money, it's the new preaching hustle. You can come on this internet on the microphone, and I can say stuff because most people don't read. Be honest with you, and you can read 4 or 5. You can what did it say? You can read was it 10 books on any subject, and you have the same knowledge as a you have the same knowledge as a PhD. So I can read 10 investment books, and out of reading those 10 investment books, I have the knowledge of a PhD. Meaning I can tell you all this stuff, and I can say the lingo, and you would think I'm very smart. But it's three components to actually get this thing up and running. You got to have the knowledge, which they have because they read the books and they know that they got the knowledge. You got to have the understanding. That meaning, when I tell you something, I understand what's going on, and I'm telling you how normally open switch work or whatever. You understand that concept and how it operates. But then the last key component that you got to have, and very few people have that last component. That last component is the wisdom. The wisdom is when you can take the knowledge and the understanding and apply it to your life and apply it to anybody else's life and get that desired result that you say you want to get. That's where wisdom come in, and that's what they lack. They lack a lot of wisdom where they because they're not actually being able to take it and apply it to their lives and get to the results that they want, and they're not able to take it and apply it to somebody else's life and get that same result. That's where wisdom come in. And only way you're gonna get the wisdom, you gotta do it. You can't read no book about it. You can't sit there and study and talk about it. You're gonna have to put your hands on it, and that's how you get the wisdom. And that's why I see where they're lacking at. A lot of times they got the knowledge and understanding, but I want to see them actually taking it and applying it to something outside of YouTube. Apply it to something outside of YouTube, because YouTube, like I said, is too easy. And the other thing too, if you have not went out and built another business outside of YouTube, and maybe 4 or 5 years, business has changed. Saying business has changed. It has just really changed, and it's changing again now. So if you haven't done that in 4 or 5 years, you might not be able to do it again. I'll take that back. If you've done it before, you will learn learn how to do it again, but you might still be giving people some wrong information. You might not be able to do it as easy as you done it the first time. Now that I'm in the groove of actually putting businesses together, and I'm doing them now, and I done got my niche back where I'm in fighting shape like Mike Tyson is now, where I done put a couple of them back together again. I feel like Mike now. I need to get back out there. So now I want to keep riding it. I want to do something else. But I guess people looking at Mike and Roy and say somebody gonna get hurt. And I guess that's what they telling me. Hey, you better stop because you're gonna get hurt. You keep going out there. But I feel like right now my capacity, I could do maybe one or two more businesses at some level and be okay. That's why I feel. That's the way I feel right now. Because right now, I've been able uh, to uh, to capitalize on all the mistakes. On, I ain't gonna say mistakes, but all the lessons I learned from previous businesses and stuff. Um, I've been able to leverage the actual cash flow that comes from my other businesses because they are stable and up and running. That I can go out here now and dabble into other stuff, and that's all that stuff that those the millionaire next door and all that stuff that they talk about. It is the truth. They say most men don't become millionaires until their late 40s and 50s. And it's the honest to God truth. I see myself heading down that road, and it's going quick down that road now because all the stuff I've done up until now, I'm able to harness that and capitalize off of it. And now it's almost like when I used to race motorcycles. It's almost like you got a nitrogen tank on it now. You hit it, and it's just coming so fast because I got all that stuff I've done in the past now is actually starting to pay off. And so now it's the truth. It's the truth. Most men don't become millionaires until their 40s and 50s, and I see why because of this. To actually because all the stuff you do, and like I say, and because most people don't read, and most people um uh uh never really been around actual business owners. We get the impression that those are the guys who making that money, guys who's flashy like that, the guys who's able to tell you a lot of quotes and give you a lot of terminology that you never heard of. But all my years, like I say, they were the guys that were broke, and they were the guys who owed me money when it was over with. They were the ones who owed me money. The guys who was just low key and was always busy, always doing something. They were the guys who made the money. They were the guys who was able to pay me. Those are the guys who come to me now and able to pay me whatever I need. They the guys that I've been talking to quite a bit here lately. My little appliance boot camp, I guess, became the little local stop in and talk because I've had several millionaires this week that just come in here and we sit down and talk for an hour and they tell me everything, everything about the whole town and everything. We sit down and we talk and they're not no flashy guys or nothing like that. We just sit and talk and it's good. It's good. All right, so I'm gonna read a couple more, then I'm getting out of here. Okay, here we go. Are stackable units pretty much repaired the same way as the regular? Yeah, they are. They are. I got one back here that we took apart at the last class. We're gonna put it back together this class, and then I'm gonna have that video coming out. Appliance replaced a gas dryer and took the old one with me. Bad thermal fuse. It will be offer up. There you go. Uh, uh, Oh wow! Unfortunately, Buckhead Apartments burned down yesterday. 150 residents displaced. Perfect time for me. There you go. Yeah, I'm sorry it burned down, but that's what I would do. That's where you go take your flyers to for your dry vent cleaning. That's it. I used to do that all the time. Get the where the fires will happen on the neighborhood and the street, and that's where I send my put my flyers out. Um, Yep, decent enough. I'm always in my uniform and hair everywhere. Yeah, customers love me. That's who the guys who I found out had the money. It was those guys. It wasn't the guys who was the guys who was driving those nice cars, who was looking nice at the job site and stuff. They found out they didn't have any money. They did not have any money. They did not have any money. Okay. Cole said true. 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 Uh, All right. Once again, I want to thank everybody for tuning in. I'm gonna be mindful of the young lady who was here last weekend. So it's 9 o'clock. So that's twice in a row now. I might rehab. I might have a relapse next week, but it's twice in a row. So I'm getting off. I'm gonna respect her time and respect everybody else's time. I want to thank everybody again for tuning in. I'll be back on Monday. Monday, I'll start bringing out more stuff that's going to be going on during the actual open house, and we got a live event this weekend. I can't wait to meet the people who's coming down for that. And after that, after this live event, we're gonna come and we're gonna kind of clean up the place a little bit more and get ready for the open house. Can't wait to see everybody at the open house. Thank everybody for tuning in, and I will talk to you all later.